Let's go to my good friend Erobos in New York on a similar kind of subject. Go ahead, Erobos.
Greetings and salutations, Mr. Galloway.
And to you, sir.
I know it's been a little while, but my protocol remains the same. At this juncture, it's important for me to highlight you, your family, your loved ones, and all of your supporters to optimal health, long life, and safety in these dire times of monsters and heroes.
Beautiful words. Thank you, sir. I must say, when my power got cut off, I was waiting as to what was about to happen next. But by the grace of God, I'm still here.
Yes, indeed. I wanted to share my perspective on nuance because very recently, last Thursday, in fact, the People's Party, I was invited to my very first podcast, and we had a discussion on there at the People's Podcast about nuance pertaining to patriotic socialism and the importance of the flag, as well as the crimes committed in historical grievances context about the flag. And as a descendant of stolen and kidnapped Africans from the Caribbean, I do have a lot of personal and impersonal historical grievance. However, I do understand that I'm living in the times of now. And if we are to create a economic populist party in terms of politics and get people interested, we have to cotton to the larger issues and attach the other ones that they may not care about or that's on the periphery or not in the highlight and attach those to the wagon also. And that's something I learned from Dr. Martin Luther King, may he rest in eternal peace, where he realized that Americans in general, white Americans, didn't care enough about black people or Negroes to support their struggle when it was called the Black Rights. So he incorporated women, he incorporated students, he incorporated religious leaders, he incorporated everyone to support civil rights because he recognized that it was not just, not just black people being under the boot, even though we have the longest of grievances, is everyone was being crushed. And if there's no economic justice, there can never be social justice. So it's a nuanced discussion that should be, that I was greatly highlighted on that last discussion by Garland. He actually came to the People's Podcast the week before last and did an excellent job in explaining things. But I'm also of that view that we can still not, history is not there to forget. We're manifestations of history. However, we also have to be concerned about living in the now, about being crushed by the parasite billionaires. Everyone needs health care. Everyone needs a living wage. Everyone needs their student loan debt forgiven. Everyone needs, we all need these things. And if we in parochial, patricial groups fighting just for our identity, we'll never arrive together. So we have great historical context, a lot of the work you've done and continue to do with the Workers' Party and the Respect Party, etc., the work of Martin Luther King, the legacy of going back to the New Deal. Those are lessons that should be inculcated in us, and we modernize them and we synthesize them, whatever we have to do. So, I just want to finish by saying that it's not about forgetting what happened to us or forgetting the past, but we're living in the now. And the oligarchy, the parasite class, as I call them, the billionaires, the trillionaires, they're all crushing all of us because they have class unity. They understand class analysis. It's us who have to get on board with that and push back and fight back. Otherwise, it's just going to get worse for us.
Well, you've taken my breath away almost literally with your eloquence and sagacity. I agreed with every syllable of every word that you so beautifully spoke. And that's not just the call of the evening, it's the call of many an evening. And may God bless you and yours and keep you thinking and acting in the way that you are.